Here, I guess well, we're live. It's Friday, and we have Hemp and Denim with me. How's it going this morning?
It's great. How are you today, Donna?
Doing great. Okay, so when I first saw your name, the duo name is Hemp and Denim. I was like, is this a designer, like
It sounds
denim
like it,
line?
doesn't it?
It does. This sounds very designer and exotic, but actually, this is your names. Hemp.
Well, hemp and denim are hemp meadows. I'm denim sky. But you did get the idea of we're kind of like a lifestyle brand as well as musicians. So that's like in our bigger master plan.
Okay, see, I
Yeah.
wasn't too far off then.
No, you're
You guys,
exactly right.
you guys live in Franklin.
We
I
do.
just realized I saw you recently at the West Haven Porch Fest.
Oh, you saw us?
Yes.
Great.
Yes. So let's talk about this. You guys are, this is retirement for you. You're pursuing a music career in retirement. Is that how it's working right now?
Yeah, we had a decision to make a few years ago when we lost both sets of our parents, and we made a decision that we needed to really refocus our attention and our passion in our lives on something that we could do for the rest of our lives that would hopefully be fun for us and also contribute some level of meaning to all of our friends and hopefully fans that we might be able to create. So that we kind of got back to our first love, which we had left behind. And a lot of people do that over a period of their careers or whatever. They decide that they've got to focus on family and career and stuff like that. And you get to a certain point where you realize, man, I've got to dust off the dreams and see what I've got left.
Yeah.
Luckily, he had something left.
Right. I love that because I think so many people think when you retire, you just sit and do nothing or travel, but you guys are actually doing something you really love, and I like that a lot.
Well, it's super fun, and it's something that, I suggested that Hemp start writing songs again, and he did. And so in the last 3 years, we've created our musical identity and a brand and are having the most fun we've ever had.
That's the way to do it. That's the way I want to retire. Tell me about the meaning behind your name. I know it's your names, but you also want to send forth a message for people. You've been married for 35 years. Congratulations.
Thank you.
And
That
so I
makes us
feel,
relationship experts.
yeah,
I guess it does.
right. What is your tip to talk about what is your tip for staying
Well,
married
there's a
30?
number of tips, and it's available all on our website for only $9.99.
He's just kidding. The future ebook, Sex
Yeah.
After 60. Well,
Yeah. Food, music, and sex after 60, it's all good. Well, we've had a great run over 35 years, but in 35 years, obviously, a lot of stuff happens to you. You have your ups and downs and your challenges, and so we've had to work through that, and we've always had the desire to make that happen, even when we've been really angry with each other. We knew that we were destined for each other, as much as that might have infuriated us at the moment. But we also realized that we needed to learn our love language and start to speak it to one another. And we're so glad we did, because now at this stage of our life, everything has become so much sweeter because of the time and effort that we put into it.
well, you've mellowed like a fine wine.
I have mellowed.
He
quite a
has
bit.
mellowed quite a bit.
And I've learned how to be more attentive and respectful and appreciative of Denim and
That's right.
of who she is as a person and a personality, as well as a woman, and to respect and honor that. And it's made a lot of difference in our marriage, I have to admit.
I have to admit, that's true.
I like that, and I think that kind of comes out in your music because I've been watching some of your videos, and I think you can tell that because often you can tell even with other groups, with people who aren't married and they don't have any connection, you can tell that you guys really do have a connection.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that brings us to our new video.
I know. We're so
Yeah, we're
excited.
so excited about being able to premiere it here on Williamson Source today, Morning Source, because this video is very special to us. It's one that's been entered into nomination for the Grammys, and so we're excited about the song. And we decided that we wanted to go ahead and put a companion video together with it in order to be able to enhance the visibility of it and maybe the chances of people, finding out about us as a group, as a vocal duo. And a lot of times people watch a video before they'll listen to a song. And of course, you get to listen to the song while you're watching the video. So two birds with one stone.
Yeah. So the new song, it's coming up right after we finish this interview. We're going to have it premiere, and it's called One Step Over the Line. It's
Yeah.
such a great song. It sounds very familiar, but yet it's your original.
Yeah, one of the things we've really captured, I think, is the essence of 60s, 70s, and 80s rock. I mean, that's when we were growing up, and that's when most of our audience was growing up as well, too. And you never forget the music of your youth. And we always feel like from 1965 to 1985 was the golden era of music. That's when rock and roll came of age at the same time we did, and it became the soundtrack of our lives. So our music really does sound like the essence of that era, and it brings back so many memories. It sounds familiar, and yet it's uniquely our own.
Well, I think a lot of it's the songwriting is so tight. Hemp's lyrics are very well thought out, and the songs seem like classics, even though you haven't heard them before. And I think that's what they feel familiar when they hear the songs.
Yes, I totally got that. And it's very catchy, and you want to listen to it again and again. Some songs are like, okay, I'm done. But this one, you could easily put it on repeat.
Oh, thank you.
Well, Donna, that's one of the greatest things, because we feel like if people enjoy it, the hardest thing is to get people to listen. And that's one of the reasons we put the video together, because most people are visual. But hopefully we'll develop some fans out of this that'll discover the rest of our catalog, which is just as good as this song is.
Yeah, I totally
Yes, we've
agree.
got a new website. We've got a new YouTube channel. We're all set up and ready for stardom.
I think you're on your way.
I appreciate that. And this is a great opportunity for us to be able to share our music and ourselves with the community. So thank you so much.
Yes, we'd like our fame to go outside of West Haven
In Williamson County. Yeah.
We're like the almost famous of West Haven, they call us. But, we did shoot the video here locally in Franklin at the Buggin' Up Pig.
Yes, let's talk about that. Why did you pick that location?
Well, the song itself is kind of like a rousing English drinking song in some ways. And so we had this idea that, it's kind of, we wanted to find a vibey place that would really lend itself to the visuals that we had in mind for the video. And our videographer, Sean Hutchins, and us got together, and we thought, you know what, it would be fantastic if we could find an English pub. And there's not that many of them around.
Right.
And so we both kind of simultaneously thought of the Buggin' Up Pig down on Columbia, down at downtown Franklin, because every piece of the downstairs bar down there has been brought over from England.
Oh,
So,
really? I didn't know every piece had been brought over from England.
I didn't know that either. So they have the upstairs dining area and the pool tables and all the stuff.
Right.
And great outdoor, it's a
Patio
fabulous little
area,
patio and everything. But downstairs, it's kind of like going into the cellar club that the Beatles used to play at. So you walk down these really cool steps, and the door opens, and immediately you're transferred into this whole nother environment. And we tried to capture that within the video because we storyboarded every scene. We had this idea of a couple that was going through some tough times, but was finding that, they could, if they came together, that they found their love together, that they could rekindle their passion for life and start all over again, even though they had experienced this downtime. And we wanted to be able to kind of start at the very beginning of walking through the doors and opening up that panorama for people.
Well, I think people are going to enjoy the video. It's very, very upbeat, and it's very autumnal. The colors are very, very autumny, and I think it's hopefully going to make people feel better. I mean, that's the whole aspect of our music that I like the most, is when people listen to Hemp Denim, they actually do feel better afterwards.
Yeah.
I
know we do. Well, we want to, the whole thing about, we're kind of through the teenage angst thing, the broken relationships, the broken hearts, and all the things that are going on. And when you're young like that, and when you turn on the radio or listen to Spotify or whatever, you hear a lot of that kind of stuff.
Right.
And we have more adult themes and ideas about what we're going through at this phase of our life. And I think that's one of the reasons why our audience resonates so much to our music. So, we've got a great vibe that's uplifting and hopefully inspiring to people.
Yes, I totally agree. You mentioned earlier, I want to talk about this real quick. You're doing a run for the Grammys. You're under a Grammy consideration. Congratulations on that for your
Thanks.
song. But that's probably a little bittersweet because Joe, your music engineer, put that request in for you guys, but he recently passed away. Can you tell me about that?
Well, it was a freak accident. And these things happen in life, but it's always shocking when it happens to you or to someone that you know and that you're intimately involved with. And, he was a phenomenal person who had over 500 credits to his name in regards to mastering and remastering classic albums. Everybody from James Brown to Kiss to Eric Clapton to Celine Dion, Michael Jackson, the Eagles. I mean, he's mastered or remastered hundreds of records that we're all familiar with. And you don't know these people behind the scenes of who was the engineer, who mixed it, or who mastered it. We only know the stars that are singing it, but there's always a great crew of people behind to create a masterpiece. And he was involved with so many of them. And when we first started recording, Jim Frazier is our producer. He's a fabulous, he's a fabulous producer, and we recorded some tracks with Jim, and we were really excited about him. And I began to look for somebody who could master them, and I came across Joe Palmaccio on a interview that he was doing, which was really he turned out to be a fabulous person, and he lived right here in Brentwood. So I looked him up and kind of sheepishly, approached him about mastering. I said, "Hey, we're an independent artist. We're just starting recording again, and this is what we're doing." And he couldn't have been more generous or gracious. And so when we had the opportunity to send our music to him, he thought, "Wow, this is fabulous," and he became a fan.
Wow.
And after having listened to so much music like that, it was so confirming to us. It was incredible. We just were so delighted that he liked our music, but not only liked it, but loved it and became a fan. And so when you listen to our records, if you have the opportunity to go to hempanddenim.com or go to our YouTube channel, you'll hear, and particularly put in some earbuds. Most people just listen on their phone, but if you actually listen to our music sonically, you'll hear that it's state of the art. It's fabulous, fabulously well produced and mixed and mastered. And Joe crafted our songs in such a way that brought out the essence of our music. And we kind of went from being clients to becoming friends because he became a fan, and you have a tendency to become friends with fans, particularly when they're as high profile as Joe.
Right.
And he just recently, we played the gig, and he was the drummer.
He was the drummer you heard us play with at Porch Fest.
Yeah.
He was?
He
I
was
didn't
playing
know.
the drums. Yeah. He was also an
Wow.
extraordinary drummer because most of these guys, are musicians as well as engineers. And they came up through music one way or the other and made a decision that they wanted to go more in engineering or producing, mixing or whatever. And so he was so extraordinary at that. He had all these high profile opportunities, but he was still a really magnificent musician. And so we, as we became friends and shared the music with him, we determined that he wanted to be in the band. We wanted to put a show together, and so we had just played 2 gigs, one at Puckett's over here in Leapers Fork, and the other one at Porch Fest as kind of preliminary warm-up gigs to get our thing going with Joe and the rest of the band. And that was just 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago tomorrow.
Yeah. So we're totally, completely heartbroken, and the fact that he liked our music so much that he would put it one step over the line is entered for consideration for nomination in the Grammys for Best Americana Roots Song.
And he's the one that promoted that.
And so if there's any Grammy voting members that want to give it a listen and give us a vote.
Well, Joe had already won 4 Grammys himself, so it kind of gives you an example of his level. And for him to kind of slum with us was an incredible thing. So, we had so much fun entering the song and going through the process and figuring everything out. It's quite a process you have to go through to even enter the Grammys, let alone get nominated. And we didn't have any illusions about winning or anything, but we had so much fun entering and thinking, hey, we might be able to do this. And he kind of explained to us the process that they went through when they won their Grammys. He'd gone down that aisle 4 times. And so we felt, really phenomenal about it. And that was part of the whole thing. And the voting on the Grammys starts today, as a matter of fact.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's so
today.
ironic.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
But he's gone, and
We're singing at his celebration of life tomorrow.
yeah.
I didn't
But
realize it was tomorrow.
the memory of Joe, he was such an upbeat, beautiful
Incredible,
person.
yeah.
And, he's put a touch on all of our music so far.
As well as our
And
lives.
here's irreplaceable. His family our hearts are broken.
So this song is dedicated to him.
Yeah.
Well, absolutely. Wow. I did not realize that he was playing there that day at Porch Fest. Wow. Tell me what else is next for you guys. After this song, this video, we've got the link up so you can watch the video now. What's next for you?
Well, we've got a lot of momentum going right now. This event that we're doing here with you today, Donna, is part of it. And, our publicist was great in being able to line that up with you. And we've got some other interviews with some music magazines, some reviews that are coming up, some additional interviews. We're going to continue to record. We've got some live shows that are going to be coming up here at the end of the year. So we've got all systems firing.
Well, this song, One Step Over the Line, is a track on our new album, House of Love.
Yeah, let's pimp the album here real quick.
All right. I like it.
Yeah.
Look, visuals. Thank you.
Yeah.
So this album, it's available now, but we kind of did a soft launch, and we wanted to release it on our wedding anniversary, which is August 26th, but we didn't do the single until after that. So One Step Over the Line is the first single. And then we have another single off of the album, You Take My Breath Away, that we're going to release in a couple of weeks. And we also have a music video for that one. So
yeah.
So House of Love, it's got, the inside is really cute. It's got our wedding picture in there.
Oh, I love that.
So people can
And the cutest part is the actual disc
see
itself.
that cute.
It looks like a mini record.
That's exactly right. Huh? Isn't that cool? Yeah,
love
people
it.
love that. So, yeah. So one of the things we've wanted to do with our brand is, is to offer really high quality in everything we do. And so we feel like we've done that. We've got opportunities to extend our brand in some different directions that are music complementary, but not music per se. And that's going to be exciting for us as well, too.
But for me, I think the main thing is our music and getting it out so people can enjoy it and feel better.
Yeah. Well, it's been great to catch up with you guys. I'm so excited for you. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Donna. Miracles can happen. They say the universe has a sense of humor. So maybe Hemp Denim will get a few votes on One Step Over the Line.
I know, on the Grammys. I mean, how cool is that? And today's the voting. So anybody who's listening who might be a member who can vote.
Yeah, between now and November 5th is when you can vote.
Yeah, it's a short window for the Grammys.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks again. Tell everybody the website where they can go find more information. We've got the video. It's going to be up for them to see.
Our website is Hemp and Denim with the and spelled out, hempanddenim.com.
All right. You guys go check it out. Hey, thanks for joining us on Friday. We'll see everybody soon.
Thanks,